You said you went to court on Monday?
Yeah, so I had the hearing. I went to court on Monday. They called me up front, and I wrote down the stuff that I heard from you.
Uh-huh.
I wrote down that I am a man, and I don't know any legalese, and I don't speak any, languages, legal languages, and I don't part in any legal society. And I take away everything that I said or what I did, what I didn't say, what I didn't do. That might have indicated that I give my jurisdiction to anyone or anything other than a court of record. And I gave those papers to him, and he didn't read them. He just took them and put them on his desk, and he's asking me, how do you want to plead? Do you want to plead guilty, not guilty, or no kind? And I look at him, and I'm like, I'm very sorry, but I don't understand what do I have to plead for. And he's looking at me, and he's like, what do you mean you don't understand? And I'm like, well, for me to plead for something, that means that I've done something wrong. So I want you to tell me first, what did I do wrong? and he's like, well, what do you mean? This is what it says in the paper. You disarmed the police officer, right? And I'm like, well, okay, if you're saying that this is wrong, I want to see a man or a woman here standing in court testifying against me, or a claim that is made by a man or a woman testifying against me that I did that to them and that harmed them in any way.
Wow.
And he got really mad at me. He was like, prepare to book this guy. And he's like, do you understand that I am in charge in this court? Do you understand that I'm in charge? You're acting like you're in charge. What are you doing here? And they told the guard to take me away. So the guard started dragging me out of the court. And I didn't want to go, I was kind of resisting and stuff, and they called another 3 guys. So they dragged me out of court, they put me in jail, and kept me about till 2 o'clock. Man, I don't know, seriously, I was so freaking down, I thought it's done, I thought I'm done. And about 2 o'clock, they sent the highest guard, the one who was in charge of the guard. He came and he's like, we've never seen this before, but the judge wants to see you for some reason. And they called me in front of the judge, and he right away is like, oh, I read your papers, what you wrote here. And he's like, oh, yeah, by the way, when he put me in jail, he actually, right now I'm out on bail. My family made bail for me.
Okay.
So when he put me Monday morning in jail, he put another $100,000 bail on me.
Wow.
He's like, I'm going to raise your bail $100,000 more. So he raised $100,000 more and put me in jail. And then now when he calls me, he simply says that he read my papers, and he's asking me, he literally said this, Mr. Vladimir, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to remove the bail that I set today in the morning for you so you can go home? And I was scared at the time. I should have said I want you to remove the bail completely and dismiss and discharge the claim, fully, because it's an improper claim field. But I was just scared, and I said yes, and so he removed the bail and he let me go.
Wow. You're scared, so I understand that. Yeah, he just didn't say no. I require you to.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on because I didn't expect him to call me back when I left.
Well, like I said, they already got you out on $100,000 before. What's the odds of your family being able to get another $100,000 going?
Yeah.
What's the odds? So yeah, you might as well just. I understand you're scared.
They set another hearing for me on the 21st, so I got to go on 21st there again.
Good.
So why I wanted to talk to you, maybe give me a little bit of advice of how do I talk to him? What do I do so I can just dismiss this right away so he doesn't trick me into
right.
again there.
You got to try to get it done before the 21st, obviously. Yeah, you want to try to get rid of it before the 21st.
Yeah, exactly.
Before you got to go to another hearing. That way you don't have to go to a hearing. That way, you want it gone. Well, I just wanted to ask you a little question, man. Well, how long ago did you hear about me? What made you try this way?
About 5 days ago.
5 days ago.
I came out, 5 days ago, and I had this. I knew I had to go to the hearing, and I spoke with so many lawyers. I tried to get so many lawyers. Everyone would tell me that I have no chance. And the lawyer that they appointed to me, she's a woman. She told me right away that she was like, in this country it's legal for cops to lie, so I don't see how you would be able to win your case. So I've been through everything.
Yeah, that's good. The lady told you the truth. She said in this country. See, like I said, people don't understand. I tell people all the time, the very first day that the police go into a police academy, they're told, we can't lie to a man, we can't steal from a man, we can't hurt a man, we can't take property away from a man, we can't even tell a man what he can do with his property. Now let's talk about suspects. We could lie to suspects, we could lie to drivers, we could lie to crooks, we could steal from drug dealers, we could shoot, criminals, we could shoot bank robbers, but we can't shoot a man. So see, that's the whole thing. They could do all these things because the police are just an actor, and a suspect is just an actor, and a pedophile is just an actor. So they could lie to everything else, but they can't lie to a man. You see, so that's what's funny. It's like, what, we can't lie to a man? No.
It's really like you said, a freaking play with words.
Yeah, they're just acting, man. It's just a big fun game. Everybody's just acting. And when you go in public, you're just acting in public. You're just acting. It's all acting, But when you tell them you're a man, you say I'm man. That's the end of the game. They got to stop. They're all told they can't harm a man, they can't control a man, they can't tell another man what to do. They're not in control of any other man, but they're in control of drunks. They're in control of thieves and in charge of crooks. They're in charge of, that they could beat up a thief, they could shoot a crook. All these things they could do, but they can't do it to a man. So that's why they call you defendant or speeder or crook or drug dealer or pedophile or rapist, because they can do whatever they want to, to those people, to those things. But they can't do anything to a man. They can't judge their fellow man. They can't harm their fellow man. It's just an act, man. It's still acting out there. But that was good that you had fun in court, but it's funny that they put you in jail for a little bit, so that probably got you a little scared.
I have a good reasoning, so when I started to look up for stuff, first of all, I wanted to just learn the laws and see whether all of this is legal for them to do, and I started looking through stuff, and I came up on your website. I read a little bit of your documentary that I had, and then I found your YouTube videos.
Yeah, but you're trying to tell me you did this 4 or 5 days ago?
Yeah, it was about 4 or 5 days ago, man. Like a week ago. It was when I started, watching your stuff.
I thought you were going to say 4 or 5 months ago, or 4 or 5 years ago.
No.
You did pretty good in 4 or 5 days.
I was scared to death, man. Seriously, I walked into the court date. I was like, man, they're gonna shoot me now.
Yeah, no, they're really not. Yeah, but what's funny is it was only 4 or 5 days ago. That's too funny. I'm glad it worked out pretty good, man.
Yeah. Anything else that you can tell me that I should do other than what you see that I?
Well, I'll have you do, man, is just take a picture of that paperwork you put into the court, and that way I could work off of that piece of paper.
All right.
Because if you said something on that piece of paper, I'm going to work with what you wrote. I don't want to change the story. I don't want to make it too different. Obviously, it worked pretty good. I'm going to try to use exactly what you wrote and maybe just tweak it a little bit, tighten it up a little bit.